Be the change that you wish to see in the world. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. The future depends on what you do today. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. First they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Where there is love, there is life. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. To believe in something, and not to live it, is dishonest. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. An unjust law is itself a species of violence. Arrest for its breach is more so. Non-violence is the first article of my faith. It is also the last article of my creed. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Action expresses priorities. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. You may never know what results come of your actions. But if you do nothing, there will be no results. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. My life is my message. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. A no, uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please. Or worse, to avoid trouble. I claim to be a simple individual liable to err like any other fellow mortal. I own, however, that I have humility enough to confess my errors and to retrace my steps. Hate the sin. Love the sinner. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. In matters of conscience, the law of the majority has no place. Love never claims. It ever gives. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. Be truthful, gentle, and fearless. Anger is the enemy of nonviolence and pride is a monster that swallows it up. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. Nonviolence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. Nonviolence is not a garment to be put on and off at will. Its seat is in the heart, and it must be an inseparable part of our being. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. An unjust law is itself a species of violence. Arrest for its breach is more so.